Samsung is in crisis. Samsung's company value has dropped by almost 40%. Its stock has plummeted throughout 2024. But Samsung's decline isn't just about one brand falling. Samsung's revenue actually makes up 20% of South Korea's GDP. So the pain Samsung is feeling is almost the same as the pain South Korea itself has to endure. The question is, what happened? What caused Samsung to fall? Has it really come to this point? Is this truly their downward spiral? Or not? Will they be able to make a comeback? I've done my homework for this episode, so let's dig in and find out what caused the Samsung empire to fall this far and whether it can bounce back. You can support us by scanning this QR code. Any proceeds will go toward improving the channel and keeping me motivated. But if you're not able to support, that's totally fine. Just watch till the end and enjoy. Let's get started. With me, Sai on Money Monster. Samsung's stock has been dropping straight down with no sign of turning up at all in 2024. The stock price, which once peaked way up there at 88,000 won, by the time I'm recording this in early December, has fallen to 53,000 won. That's a drop of 39%, almost 40%. For a stock to drop this much, that's definitely not a small thing. And since it's such a large cap stock, you could say the situation is pretty serious. Let's look at Samsung's total revenue. In 2022, they made 302 trillion won in revenue, and their net income, meaning income after all expenses, was 54 trillion won. But in 2023, Samsung's revenue shrank to just 258 trillion won, and their net income dropped from 54 trillion in 2022 to only 14 trillion in 2023. Trillion won, that's just a quarter left. With the Samsung empire, the royal family of South Korea, falling this hard, it's definitely going to hit Korea hard. Because if you look at Samsung's revenue, it's 20% or even more than 20% of South Korea's GDP. You could say that 1/5 of South Korea's income comes from Samsung. For South Koreans, Samsung isn't just what we think it is. Like for Thai people, we think of Samsung as just phones, TVs, refrigerators, and stuff like that, right? But in South Korea, Samsung is much more than that. It's everything. For example, food and beverages, Samsung is involved. Insurance, they're Samsung. Pretty much anything that people in the country consume, Samsung has a hand in it. There are even Samsung cars. So for South Koreans, Samsung is a business that's deeply intertwined with their society. The reason I did my homework on this topic is because as an investor, I want to know, first, what exactly happened to Samsung to cause all this? And second, what is currently happening? With Samsung, does it really mean that Samsung is on a downward trend? Or could this actually be an opportunity for investors? Because isn't it possible that Samsung could make a comeback? Let's dig into the root of Samsung's crisis this time. I've broken down the main reasons behind Samsung's decline into 3 key causes, which I'll definitely explain in a bit. But first, let's get to know Samsung a little better. Samsung is a chaebol, or a business conglomerate, that's like a royal family in South Korea. That means they have special privileges, power, and influence beyond what regular businesses in South Korea have. And Samsung, has been passed down through the family bloodline. Right now, it's already been handed down to the next generation. And the family we're talking about is the Lee family, spelled L-E-E. You might think it's pronounced Lee, but people who can read Korean say it's actually pronounced E. So in this video, I'll refer to them as the EE family. Now, when it comes to families this rich, like owning the country, super powerful rich, things aren't always pretty or innocent. The heirs of this family are constantly in the news for scandals and corruption. Jeffrey Kane, the author of the book Rising Samsung, even said this about Samsung's leaders. These Samsung heirs are in and out of court all the time, facing all kinds of charges, some even resulting in jail time. The offenses range from tax evasion, bribery, and embezzlement to perjury. One of the biggest scandals happened in 2017 when Lee Jae-young, the heir to the Samsung family, was charged with bribing government officials with as much as 38 billion won. But he wasn't in jail for very long. In 2022, Lee Jae-yong walked out of prison and returned to his position as executive chairman of Samsung Electronics, just like before. The South Korean government has openly admitted that the Samsung family is so important to the country's economy that it's not worth having problems with them. Not long after Lee Jae-yong got out of prison in 2022, he faced new charges. This time, it was about drugs again. So people started to question whether the heir and main leader of Samsung was really up to the task. But honestly, when it comes to people, leaders, or heirs, those issues don't hit as hard or as clearly as the massive amount of money flowing out of Samsung. The word massive here refers to the fact that foreign investment pulled out of Samsung to the tune of $122 billion just in 2024. And just a few months after that, Samsung's market cap almost halved. The stock price plummeted, just like I mentioned. Like I said at the beginning, the stock dropped to almost negative 40%. As for the reasons, let's skip the minor details. As I mentioned, I've already looked into it and summed it up. There are probably three main reasons why the Samsung empire stumbled so hard. The very first reason Samsung's empire took such a big hit is missing the chance to become a leader in AI. If you ask anyone right now who the leader in AI is, no one would say Samsung, right? Because Samsung has completely lost its position as a potential AI leader to companies like Google, Microsoft, and Nvidia. In May 2023, Nvidia, the company that sells chips, managed to join what they call the $1 trillion club, thanks to the AI trend and the chip boom. Meanwhile, Samsung also sells chips, but there was no news about Samsung at all. There was nothing like the kind of meteoric rise in wealth that Nvidia experienced. In fact, Samsung sales in 2023 looked like they were falling and then rising again, right? What happened here is because of the second reason. The chips that Samsung has been developing and producing continuously just are not advanced enough to meet the demands of today's world. Samsung makes chips, Nvidia makes chips, but why is it that when it comes to making money, only Nvidia is raking it in? On top of that, Samsung's situation's even worse. They've taken a heavy hit. That's because the chips these two companies make are not the same. Nvidia's chips are called processing chips, while Samsung's are memory chips. The chips Nvidia produces are high bandwidth chips that can withstand a lot of heat, have high power capacity, and can handle heavy graphics processing to meet the demands, the kind that AI needs to use. So later on, Samsung tried to produce high bandwidth chips as well. Samsung's version is called HBM, but it turns out that in May 2024, CNBC ran a headline saying that Samsung's HBM chips failed Nvidia's tests. The issue was that they couldn't withstand enough heat and their energy efficiency wasn't up to par. They failed the test. And after that, it was like a storm hit Samsung. In October 2024, a company that used to be a small competitor to Samsung, called SK Hynix, managed to successfully produce high bandwidth chips, overtaking Samsung in profits for the first time ever. And once SK Hynix developed their chip, what they did was sign an exclusive contract with Nvidia. What this essentially means is that they became the exclusive supplier, the only company producing this specific type of high bandwidth memory chip for Nvidia. This really significantly challenged and disrupted Samsung's leadership and dominance in the high bandwidth memory chip market. This chart is from Bloomberg, and as you can see, the market share for high bandwidth memory chip manufacturers, specifically Samsung's share in particular, has been steadily declining, while SK Hynix, who used to be a much smaller competitor, has been surging ahead and now far surpasses Samsung, with the trend suggesting they'll keep pulling further ahead. Another point is the unforgiving attitude of investors towards Samsung's numbers. When investors see all these figures, whether it's market cap, capacity, or various tests that Samsung has failed to pass, combined with Samsung's profit, which was only $1 million US, which was below expectations, The unforgiving investors dumped their shares aggressively, causing the stock to plummet sharply as well. When we talk about the AI chip battle, everyone knows, Samsung knows, the world knows, that their competitors aren't just the smaller SK Hynix. Samsung's real rival is TSMC, the Taiwanese semiconductor giant. The problem is that Samsung's chip technology is far behind TSMC's, and the gap just keeps widening. For Samsung to try to catch up with TSMC's technology, it takes a massive amount of money. We're talking hundreds of billions of dollars. That's why, if you look at this chart, you'll see the market share in the chip market. In this world, TSMC holds the #1 spot, sweeping up 62% of the market share. Samsung is in second place with only 13%. And what Samsung needs to worry about even more isn't just the #1 competitor, TSMC, but also the third and fourth place rivals, UMC and China's SMIC. That's because China's chip technology is advancing rapidly, moving forward aggressively without holding back. And now, the third reason. Another issue within the Samsung empire is the turmoil surrounding the chip division's CEO. Since 2021, Samsung has changed its chip division CEO 3 times already. Now, changing the CEO isn't just about switching up management styles or anything like that. Well, yes, it is about changing management approaches, but there's something else investors notice. When you keep changing leaders so often, it means Samsung is aware that there have been management issues from the start that need fixing. And because the people they brought in couldn't solve those problems, they had to keep bringing in someone new. And when the new person still couldn't fix things, they had to bring in yet another new leader. This just shows the instability in Samsung's internal management. All of this has come together like a storm, battering Samsung's empire and causing it to fall significantly and continuously throughout 2024. The final question is, will Samsung make a comeback? I have to say, the part of Samsung that's been hit hard and fallen so much is just one department, Samsung Electronics. But even though Samsung Electronics, the #1 and most important department for Samsung, as I mentioned, it's still just one department. Samsung has many other departments. The company has a lot of businesses and has diversified its risks quite a bit. So even though the company has lost 40% of its value recently, Samsung has a plan to recover 50% of what was lost by the end of 2025. With all of this, we'll have to wait and see if Samsung can pull it off. As for me, someone who's also a Samsung fan, because the camera takes great photos and it comes with a stylus, I'm definitely keeping an eye on things. I really hope Samsung can become one of the powerhouses that makes a comeback and heats up the competition in the global AI arena.